Hey guys, my name is Francisco Hernandez, and today I'm going to show you how I go from lighting like this to lighting like this. But before I continue, I do want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Adorama. Adorama is an industry-leading retailer that has been serving photography, videography, and audio customers for almost 50 years now. Their motto is everyone is a creator, and they do their best to unleash that creator within us all by providing us with the tools and expertise necessary to get the job done. I personally shop at Adorama for the great deals on products I use and recommend, plus the great customer service on those products as well. If you find yourself interested in any of the products in today's video, check out the description area below for links to those products, and be sure to use those links if you decide to order. One thing that's going to be very important to lighting your YouTube videos are going to be the camera settings that you choose to use for the camera that you're recording with. For me, with my Sony a7 III and my Sigma 16 f1.4, I'm typically going to be at f1.4, 1/50th of a second shutter speed at ISO 100. Using those settings, my scene usually looks like this. Now that I'm in complete darkness, aside from my iPhone lighting me right now, it's the perfect time to show you guys exactly what each light in my setup does and why I use it. But real quickly before I do that, I wanted to show you guys exactly how I would be forced to expose my scene with just my ceiling lamp and changing my camera settings. What you're seeing on the screen right now is my single ceiling lamp. It is very unflattering. I do not like looking at this light right now. It's exactly why I like to have more control of my lighting in my YouTube videos. And I'm actually at a different ISO as well. I'm at ISO 1600, which is not what I want to be at. I want to always be at ISO 100. It's a much cleaner image and it gives me more control when I'm lighting my YouTube videos. So what I want to do right now is go back to ISO 100 and then show you guys every light in my setup and what exactly each light does. Now that we're back to ISO 100 and I have a dark scene again, I can turn on my key light, which is going to be the Aperture 120D with the Light Dome softbox. The softbox does have two layers of diffusion, one on the inside and one on the outside, and those diffusion panels are going to pretty much soften the light to make a more flattering light on the subject, and that's something that I actually like to incorporate in my own photography. The Light Dome softbox also has a grid on it, which just controls the light just a little bit. Instead of it spitting out in areas where I don't want it to be, like on the wall over here or on this wall over there, it just controls it and restricts it to a more narrow beam of light. I also have the softbox at a 45-degree angle because I do like a little bit of shadows, and I actually like shadows in my own photography. So I wanted to kind of just show that in my own lighting in my YouTube videos. So that's why I have it at that angle right there. But one thing that you should definitely pick up on is how dark my background is and how dark my hair is. Because of the background being dark and my hair being black, it kind of blends in too much, and I need something to separate myself from the background. And that's exactly why I have this rim light right here. The rim light is the Aperture HR672, and I do have a softbox and a grid on it as well, for the same reason why I had the softbox and grid on my key light, the Aperture 120D, and it's to soften and control the light. I specifically wanted the light just to hit my hair and my shoulders a bit, and a little bit of the desk, and actually I can show you exactly what the rim light is lighting by turning off my main light. It's definitely a dramatic look, so I'm gonna go ahead and just turn on the main light and move on to my fill light. My fill light is a little bit interesting, at least in my opinion. It's actually gonna be an old Samsung TV from 2011 that I use as a monitor for my desktop, and that TV is on my desk just off screen, and I open up a Word document to kind of just provide that little bit of extra fill light that you see happening on the side of my face and a little bit on my body as well. If I didn't have this Samsung TV and this Word document to provide some of this fill light, which again is just to reduce some of the harsh shadows that are on the side of my face, just to lessen those shadows just a little bit, then I more than likely would have another light source with a softbox just off screen in the same position, or I would have a reflector to bounce some of the light off of this rim light. At this point, this is what you would call a 3-point lighting system. I have my key light, which is my Aperture 120D with the softbox, lighting me at a 45-degree angle. And because of that 45-degree angle, it was getting a little bit of shadow on the side of my face here. And that's why I brought in a fill light to lessen those shadows. And then I had a third light, the light behind me, the rim light, the Aperture HR672. And that is helping separate my dark hair from the dark background. You definitely could stop here and maybe add some practical lights like a lamp behind you for a little bit of lighting in the back. But I actually wanted more control with my lighting in my YouTube videos. So that's why I have a lot more other lights that are doing other jobs, which I'll show you right now. The next light that I have is my Godox TL60. I actually already turned it on. You can actually see exactly what it's doing. It's providing a little bit of extra rim light on the side of camera left side, And I wanted this light specifically in case I wanted to hold up any object that I might be reviewing, and it can have a little bit of extra rim light on the product. And it also actually provides a little bit of extra fill light, just a little bit more on the shadows that were happening on this side of the face. Let me go ahead and just turn it off real quickly so you guys can see how it looks like off and on, off, on. And it actually did provide a little bit of extra lighting on that poster over there in the background. Next light up is going to be my Flashpoint R1 circular RGB light. It's going to be right here on my side. And this is actually just providing a little bit of extra blue to the background. I do like blue and black color schemes whenever I'm doing any sort of YouTube video. It's kind of part of my brand. So I wanted to have that in my YouTube setup. So let me go ahead and just turn on that light. You can see exactly what that light is going to do. So now you can actually see exactly what it's doing. It's lighting up this part of the screen. I did feel like that area was just a little too dark, so that's why I wanted to add just a little bit of color there. But that's exactly what that light's doing. That's the Flashpoint R1 RGB circular light. It's on a stand, and I'll show you guys probably behind the scenes footage as I'm talking. The next lights that I have aren't necessarily what I would recommend, but it's something that I wanted to show you because it is part of my setup. I actually have some strip LED lights that are connected to my iMac there in the back, and that actually did provide a little bit of lighting, a little bit of blue light for the curtain, the black curtain that I have in the background, but I felt like it was too weak, so I did add an additional light, another Flashpoint R1 RGB light to the back. And I want to just show you guys first the LED light strip and see how exactly that looks like, and then turn on the other light, the Flashpoint R1, and show you guys how much brighter it is with that light on. That light that you're seeing now on the camera and a little bit on the stand for the iMac is the LED light strip. But now let's show you guys the RGB light, the Flashpoint R1 RGB light. You can definitely tell that it's much brighter. I did feel like the LED light strip did provide a nice light for the camera in the background, but I wanted that curtain just to be a little bit less dark. So that's why I added that additional Flashpoint R1 RGB light. Since my iMac is something that has a light source inside the screen, I would consider that another light source, and I actually do have it slightly brighter in my YouTube videos. So let me just show you guys exactly how it looks like when it's a little bit brighter. So that's my iMac a little bit brighter. And the next light is going to be the lamp that's actually behind my head. I actually did feel like at this point, I did like the lighting in my videos, but I wanted just a different color. I wanted a little bit more cinematic feeling. And usually with cinematic posters or in movies, it's teal with a little bit of warmer colors. So I wanted a little bit of a lamp. So I actually bought a lamp. I placed it behind my head, and now I'm going to go ahead and just turn that on so you can see exactly what the lamp is doing. It is something that is very subtle, but does make a big difference in my opinion. It does provide a little bit of extra lighting behind my neck and the side of my head, and also a little bit of lighting on the bags that are in the background, as well as a little bit on the poster and the wall as well. At this point, I just have 2 more lights. I know it's a lot of lighting. I think it's 9 total, but let me go ahead and just show you exactly what this tube light in the back is going to do. And then I'll go ahead and turn on another light, a Godox LC500R, and that's another RGB tube light that's going to be lighting up the poster behind me. So here's with that Godox tube light. I think it's the TL150 or 120. I'll go ahead and show the correct size on the screen right now. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the other light, the Godox LC500R, and that is going to be turning on and lighting up the poster behind me, the camera poster that I have there. And at this point, now I'm finally done. That's pretty much all the lighting that I use in my YouTube videos. If you don't count the LED light strip that's on the back of the iMac, it is 9 lights. So I would definitely recommend you guys don't use this many lights. It's just, you know, I'm a very messy but organized guy, and this is just something that I figured out from experimentation. I would definitely recommend you guys start with a 1 light setup, and with the reflector maybe for a little bit of, you know, fill light or rim light, or just use, you know, natural sunlight if you guys are a little bit intimidated by lighting in the beginning. What I honestly believe though is that lighting can help with consistency, with providing a consistent look in your YouTube videos, and that's something I wanted personally for my own YouTube videos. So that's why I have all these different lights, and I did my best to explain what each light does. But if you guys have any questions at all, let me know in the comment section below and I'll reply as soon as possible. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned from it. And for now, I'll just say take care, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Actually, I wanted to give one last thanks to Adorama for sponsoring this video. It seriously does allow me to focus on my channel and provide free content for you guys. So definitely check out Adorama. Now take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.